Hey guys, had an opportunity to pick up a bunch of Criterions this month. I'm at a lake, it's our cottage on a lake in Pennsylvania, so I'm going to use the cottage porch as a backdrop here to do a bunch of reviews, one at a time. Hopefully you enjoy them. Here we go. Okay, so this table was built by my wife's uncle, and it seats 6 or 8 comfortably, so you get some size of, some sense of how big the table is. I might have my back to the far set of windows, and at the other side of the long, it's got to be 25 foot long, possibly, something like that. Porch, you may not be able to tell that from here. But you've got 2 wicker chairs and a table with a lamp on it. Then you've got a couch on the other side of that with a table across from that. And then you've got another bed down at the other far end. And another, it's like a church bench, I guess. I actually want that chair. I'm going to make plans to get it home eventually, but not yet. And some other stuff. Anyway, we'll be filming here for some of these reviews. The lighting seemed to be the best. So the nice thing about being away at a cottage is that I've had an opportunity, many opportunities actually, almost every evening when everybody else goes to sleep, to watch a Criterion or two, and I've taken advantage of that. I've also been able to watch them during the day, depending on what the topic is and what the movie is. So armed with my trusty large glass of water in my Barnes & Noble glass, I will proceed to review quite a few of them. Probably do one at a time on each one of these. And I'm going to start with this one. One of the kids all said was a great movie, Dad. It was a great movie. So I was glad to hear that because this was a blind buy for me. And with blind buys, you just never know. But this one I was real pleased to pick up. And pardon the glare of the plastic. I'll probably eventually take that off. But since I'm traveling with these right now, I'm going to leave them on, I think, until I get home. And then I'll take them off and put them on my shelf. I asked a question in another video, what would people do? And a lot of folks said they just take it off. So that's probably what I'm going to do. I may look for some sort of plastic case on eBay. If anybody has any suggestions, I'd love to hear it. But for right now, I'll just leave it on. So these are all dual editions, by the way, that I'm going to be reviewing. And all at 50% off. I took the 50% off stickers on all of them. Okay, so this is a dual format edition, like I said, Blu-ray and DVD. And we watched it on Blu-ray. This is Alfred Hitchcock's Foreign Correspondent. I knew nothing about this film other than it was about a foreign correspondent and what it said on the back. And so I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you can read it for yourself, what it says on the back. But basically, this is a story of intrigue. This is a story of this guy who knows nothing about the war being sent over by the newspaper, the head of the newspaper, saying, see what's going on over there. He's tired of the political runaround he's getting from his correspondence over there, and he's looking to get a fresher perspective. So enter Joel McCrea, starring as Johnny Jones, quite the American name there, right? And this was seen as sort of a propaganda piece. It wasn't set out to be one, and it really, plot-wise, it isn't really one until the very end, where it's a little bit of a propaganda piece and pro-United States. So you might want to stand up and salute at the end of the movie. But basically you've got really an intriguing plot because they've got these Barovians, which they're Germans. But they didn't want to say Germany. And but they mentioned Hitler. So kind of an irony there. When the guy's getting ready to go over, should I interview Hitler? He might have something to say. But so this involves, a lot of intrigue, kidnapping, murder, or maybe not murder. A lot of interesting things throughout the plot. It's the Germans and the British, and what each side will do to kind of, keep things going, keep their country alive. I'm not sure there's good guys and bad guys, but there are some. Really good movie. Like I said, the kids liked it a lot. It's a little long. It was made in 1940, so this is not looking back at World War II 10 years later. This is right in the midst of France in 1940 when the Germans were invading and the Britons, I guess Britain's the right word. People from Great Britain, the British, who were wondering if they were next, and the bombings that took place and. A lot of interesting things here. You can see all the extras on here. I'm not going to go through it, but I watched all the extras on here also, which is pretty cool. and really, really good extras. The aspect ratio 1.37 to 1. Black and white, 120 minutes, so it's a lengthy film. It's monaural, but you won't need much more. Hitchcock always uses great music in the background to add to the suspense. Oh, but I will mention one thing. There's a 1972 episode of the Dick Cavett Show featuring Alfred Hitchcock on it. Really good stuff to see him interviewed and to listen to him and his insights. He really is kind of a clown. Really fancies himself quite the comedian, so he likes to be funny on things. So I was impressed by the movie. I liked the plot. 2 hours went pretty quickly. It's a lot of espionage, so there's not a ton of action. There's a car chase, and there's some things that are happening that hopefully you get to them before they happen, type of thing. But a lot of intrigue as well. The last scene, or one of the last scenes, features a plane that's flying low over the water, which is a really interesting scene as to how they shot that. And if you watch the Dick Cavett TV special, after you watch the movie, of course, you'll hear how Alfred Hitchcock did that. He explains how he got that shot. So I'm really liking this movie. It's spine number 696. There's a side view of it, or that if you prefer. There's that. If you put it on your shelf that way, that's how to look. I usually put it on this way, but I'm not opposed to putting it on this way. Of course, you saw the back for quite a bit of this. Top and the bottom are just kind of plain looking. Like I said, I'll be taking this plastic off pretty soon. I think for the purposes of shooting the video, it's going to look okay from what I can tell. There's not a lot of glare or anything coming in the way I'm shooting this, so it should be all right. All right, so Foreign Correspondent by Alfred Hitchcock. The first one I'm going to take a closer look at now. Great movie. Here's the inside. Let's get this nice windmill, which plays a key role. On the back side, you see an airplane flying over the windmills, which also plays a key role. Although it's early in the plot. I'd heard that, this windmill scene, but that's early. There's a lot that happens after that. Here's what the discs look like. Pretty cool, huh? Just a blue background. So you got the two DVDs on this side, and then you got the Blu-ray over here. Nice booklet. This would be what the correspondence would look like coming in from. It would be a correspondence. Huntley Haverstock. That's Johnny Jones' code name, I guess. Boston, like Johnny Jones. Shoot over to Amsterdam immediately. Contact Van Meer at Peace Conference. Expect important speech affecting European war. Some scenes from the movie. There's a scene from the windmill. That's a pretty cool scene, actually, where that was shot. Cast. Does anybody else turn these things from the back like I do? I certainly do. I don't know why. I tend to always do that, though, with these kind of booklets. There's Hitch in the Day. Imposing looking guy in some ways. Scene from the movie. Yeah, and of course, there's always a nice booklet, and there's always a nice article with it, so really like the booklet and the article. I like these digipacks. Really like the look of the inside of them and so on. Like the blues on this. Matches the blues on the outside, of course. Really nice looking package overall. So I would highly recommend picking up Alfred Hitchcock's Foreign Correspondent. It wouldn't be my first choice, though. If I only had a couple to get, this wouldn't have been. Probably wouldn't have gotten this. So I really liked it a lot. In hindsight, I'd say if you're a fan of Alfred Hitchcock, definitely pick this one up. It's going to be well worth it. You're going to enjoy the movie. It's typical Hitchcock. All right. That's it for now, guys. I'll be back with another one shortly.